G'day people, I'm Monster Dad. Welcome back to Empyrion Ironman Season 8. Woohoo! As you can see, I've got some armour. I've been doing some grinding between episodes. Some grinding, a lot of grinding actually. There is a lot of grinding required when we're doing Ironman because we need to be ready for missions whenever they come up. We never know what the mission's going to be, so the more prepared we are, the better. All the hover engines are off on that. I don't know why it's having that effect. I've done this one up a little bit, added a few things to it. What did I add to it? Good question. Added an armor locker so I could put my armor on. Added a cargo box. Yeah, down there. What else I added a fridge and some lights because I got past level 5, so I could do all that. Added a few more engines as well. Well, 2 more engines. Another one to the rear, another one forward facing, just to give it a bit more stopping power and a bit more oomph when we're going. So yeah, still not fully armoured. I'm not sure if I'm going to or not. I might just build onto this one actually and pimp it up as we go through, just to use it as a, you know, just a general all-purpose run around harvester type thing. Because I'm beginning to like the look of the shape of it. But yeah, but it's been so useful. You know, I mean, if you ever play Empyrion, I really recommend you build a basic hover vessel as soon as you get to level 3 with the harvest module. You do need the large constructor to build the harvest module and the harvest cargo box. But if you can add those to it, it just increases your survival rate so much, increases your ability to gain food, resources and levels. These 3, we're out of wood. I have chopped down so many trees. I must have deforested half the planet. But I need to top those up again. Those 3 have been working constantly. They've been an absolute crucial element to getting power. I found one Promethium. I'm gaining fuel at the moment. Let's have a look at the map. I went out and about. I've sort of discovered about half the planet. Still about half to go. The planet sizes are smaller now than they used to be. This planet size 3, so I do get around it a bit faster now. It's not such a burden to uncover areas. But really, I was looking for resources. That was the key thing. Silicon is a real issue. I've depleted 2 silicon deposits so far, and that's only netted me about 300 ore, about 600 ingots. Absolutely a nightmare getting hold of big quantities of silicon. So I've got a plan for that, which I'll go through in a bit, because I want to try and get that done this episode. Uncovered a ton of stuff as I was going through. Like I say, the planet's a bit small now, so we're coming across stuff faster. I haven't looted or explored any of it. I wanted to save that for on camera. Found one of the crash capital vessel. I think that's the sunken one, not the MS Titans. I haven't found the MS Titans. A couple of unknown artifacts. We're not allowed to touch those because they do have turrets. So anything that has a hostile turret or a spawner, well, a hostile turret, I should say. Because villages have spawners, they spawn the hostile bat things, but they don't have turrets. So if it has a turret, we're not allowed to touch it. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a red POI. Like these unknown artifacts are white when you approach them, but I do believe they have turrets in there, so we can't actually loot them. And I did find the village, just there. So not too far from us, not in the direction I thought it was, because we saw those villages up there. It doesn't mean there's not another village over here. There's often 2 villages on the map now. There was a silicon deposit there, which I depleted. Again, I haven't looted the village, haven't even looked in the containers. I wanted to do that on camera. And I'll probably save this village as an XP farm, so I can just get a safe point, kill the bat finks as they spawn, the little dog creatures, and kill the Talon Guardians. I know I'm callous, evil, monstrous, but hey, you know, this is Iron Man. And they're going to have to pay sacrifice for my XP. But you can sit in a safe spot in there, and you can, if you spent half an hour killing those, A, you'd loot loads of stuff for their bodies, loads of meat from the Batfinks, and B, you'd gain quite a lot of experience if you can be bothered to do it. Couple of abandoned things. Yeah, shrine. What else? Abandoned drone bells. Yeah, not many enemy POIs. Oh, did I find 2 crash capital vessel parts? Oh, I did. Okay. Now they're going to be crucial because I know on those there'll be thrusters, there'll be things like advanced constructors, power equipment, and other equipment that'll be useful. So definitely need to loot those at some point. We're allowed to do that. Oh, it's very close to that fortification. I think that fortification is the beginning of that big area of fortifications that's part of the Robinson Protocol. What do we got up there? Yeah, shrine, yeah, cuddly toy, yeah. And over this side, there's a colony over there. I was hunting golems and seen this big structure over in the distance. I thought it was the back end of the MS Titan initially, but got a bit closer and it's the colony. I found 1 Promethean deposit so far. Is it just 1? I think it's just 1. I haven't touched it yet because there is a drone gardening and I don't have the ability to take that down, but I'm going to rectify that today. I've been doing some stuff in the factory. My poor man's TIE fighter from my season 2 Alpha 8 playthrough. I'm going to bring that one in because it's a really cheap scout vessel. It has 1 Gatling. It's ideal for taking out drones that are guarding deposits and then mine those deposits. And that's one thing I want to do today, is get that Promethean deposit, because I'm living off biofuel at the moment. I need to change that. And also I want to get up into space because there's a lot of useful asteroids out there. This moon base basic is basically my Alpha 8 campsite but enclosed. So my intention is to put that on the moon and get a moon base going. And the reason for that is because I'm going to bring in my mining ship, the Muncher, and spawn that on the moon, because the moon is a much easier place to mine all the deposits. You don't have spiders crawling all over your vehicle when you're trying to mine. It's a lot easier to get around because there's no big thick forests of trees, and there's usually more resources as well. So basically my intention is to mine most of the resources I need from the moon if I can get to them safely. I have built a turret in here that can go on the top of that as soon as we get it, and some ammunition for the SV as well. I built an EVA boost because we can build those now, which is fantastic. You just need basic stuff, but a gold ingot as well. And as you can see by all these rare materials, I've been mining golems galore, and I've been getting lots and lots of, well, I say lots, a useful amount of the rarer resources. As you can see, my silicon is really dire. I've been getting Promethean from the golems as well as the gold. So I've got a few ingots, so I can make EVA boost now, which is great. So my intention is to put the EVA boost on and get up to space this episode as well. Yeah. Pentax is not a big problem because we're not allowed to leave the system anyway. But if I'm able to get enough of this stuff from either loot containers or golems, I can start building the more advanced weapons that may need the Pentax raw material to create the ammunition for. But you know, that's a little way in the future. Yeah, I've been looting the drones as they've been attacking the base, and they're coming in from this direction over here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's nearly night. Let's turn off the lights and go to bed. I'm still trying to be careful with my power, because although I've got a ton of biofuel, it does whip through it pretty quickly. Yeah. Okie dokie. Well, we're going to sleep, and then in the daylight... I'll just show you one more thing. Yeah. I've been making these alien plasma. Yeah, all you need is the eggs. I always wanted something to do with those eggs, and this is what I've been using for. Eggs, alien parts, nitrocellulose. So pretty cheap stuff. You get tons of these alien parts from the things that you kill, the mobs. So the alien plasma ZL1 is pretty easy to make. The T6, you just need a couple of these ZR1s to make as well. So in country you make tons of this. You make 4 at a time. You can make tons of this. And the only thing I need to collect are the alien thorns, and you get those from the cactus, or the cacti, in the savannah areas. So I've been making the health packs, because they're the 3 things that you need for these health packs. And I've been doing that nice and early, so I can build up a big stock of health packs. Yeah. So it turns out fairly easy to make those, which is cool. I don't have any farms or anything, so I'm not overly abundant with food sources at the moment, or sustainable food sources anyway. So let's go to sleep. Boom. What a beautiful view in the morning. Right, the blueprint I've just been working on, that's just finished, is a base. And as you can see, it's primarily made out of concrete. The only thing, the silicon, copper and ingot is the core and some lift pieces. That's it. The rest of it is just made out of concrete. It's just the skeleton of a building that I did in creative. I just played around with it. And the reason I've done that, I would usually like to build on camera, or at least start things on camera, so you can get an idea of my thought process behind it. But one of the things with the Ironman series is that we can be a bit strapped for time, particularly because you've got to work towards a mission every week. I still don't know what the mission is for next week yet, because I've recorded these a little bit ahead of time. Once I had the first mission, which was get the wreckage and access that personal container, I've just started recording these to get a load of preps and a load of grinding done, ready for the next mission, whatever it's going to be. Yeah, and to get myself established. Now, that is going to be, I don't know if you remember, there was a little island just beyond those trees. I think it was the first or second episode, I think, maybe even the third. I said, oh, this will make a nice little island for a base. So what I've done is I've flattened a bit of land over there, ready for that base, and I'm going to pop that down. Now, it should be fairly safe to put this down, because there's no power systems on this, and as long as it hasn't been changed, as long as you don't put a power system on your base, either a solar capacitor or a power generator or a fuel tank, it won't attract drone attacks. And as soon as you put a power source, whether you turn it on or not, it will attract drone attacks. And I think I discovered in my Season 8 playthrough, the drone attacks, if you've got 2 bases like I will have, the drone attacks will be attracted to the one that you're at, not the last one that you made. So no more decoy bases. Yeah, but I don't want decoy bases anymore anyway, because I really need the things like the flux coils and the power coils. I need those desperately, because I'm not going to be able to make them. Well, not much of them anyway, because of the limited access to resources. So anyway, I've yabbered on way too long. Let's get my ship spawned in. Or do you know what? I'm going to have to build a quick platform at the side of the building. I'll just make it out of wood. Be quicker to make. I think I do have a few. Oh, no, not many. Because we have to spawn it on a base or a platform. I could try and get onto the roof and spawn it up there, but I'm not sure if I can get up there. So what I'll do is on the side of the building here, we'll just get a little spawning pad ready to go. Yeah, I probably didn't need to make quite as many as that. One more row should do it. Boom. And let's pop a little ramp there so I can get on and off. So first of all, let's get our scout ship in. Boom. Doo-doo. Guess I better get some power. And some ammo. Let's pop those back into there. I don't need that oxygen because there's no O2 thingamajiggy on it. I want that. I might as well put all of those in there. I want to take some. These are the ones I've gathered off the dead drones, but I'll just keep them as reserve in there in case we get desperate. Okay, ammo box. Let's pop those. Why is it spawned with 2 rocket launcher missiles? I mean, they're not even useful for this particular vessel anyway. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Do I have a cargo box in here? I do have a cargo box in here. Let's put all the spares in there then. I need to actually put that on. Let's fill this baby up. That didn't fill up much, did it? Okay. I guess we better put the rest of it in as well. Yeah. Should last us a while. We're going to get some Prometheum pretty soon anyway. Okay. Let's power off for a moment. What's it coming here for? Oh, I was going around to here. Oh, I covered up my armor locker. So that we could put our EVA boost on when we go up to space. Was there a fridge in that scout? I can't remember. I think there is a fridge in that. There is a fridge in it. Let's take some food then. Boop, boop, boost. Let's take half and half. Get rid of those rocket launcher missiles. We don't need them on us. So I've got everything I need. I think I have. I'm going to have to cut more trees down. I think when we leave this, we'll just take the food out so I don't have to keep running the engine or running the power. Okay, power on. Woohoo! Right, where was that Prometheum deposit? Right there. Let's just go and check that out again. Oh, it's nice to be in an SV. Oh, we're actually going to fly over that bit of land, that little island. This bit here. I took all the trees off it. Is this the one? Yeah, so that's a bit glitchy, isn't it? So I flattened the land here, ready for this building. And it's nice because the golem spawns are... There's 3 over there and a couple over here as well. I think it's about 7 in all. So that's pretty handy. That's handy, Harry. Stick it in the oven. Yeah, there's 2 that spawn there. There they are, look. The Brothers Grimm. Here we go, there's our drone. Let's go a bit higher. I have a present for you. 282 range. Yeah, our range is definitely reduced because of the thicker atmosphere. Boom. Ooh, energy matrix. Nice. Okay, so what I can do then is just sit over this deposit on my ship, nice and safe from the critters on the ground. The wings also help defend against the spitting bugs. If there is one around, I can turn it so that I've got at least a little bit protected until I can get back in and dispose of it. I'll keep an eye on my HUD. If any more drones come back, I have to take care of them. But I'm not going to do that now. I'm not going to mine on camera. I think there's better things to record than that. Let's get into space. I guess I better put my helmet on. I'm halfway down on my O2 at the moment because I went for a swim looking for some of that alien plasma stuff until I realised it was just easier to make it myself. But I've got like 60 O2, emergency O2 bottles on board this ship anyway, so we are good. We are golden. Right, the map description said this was an asteroid belt. Or did it say asteroid field? Oh. Orbit. No, asteroid belt. That is most definitely not an asteroid belt, is it? That's an asteroid field. Oh, fiddlesticks. That's a real pain because it's so awkward and time consuming to find the resource asteroids in these type of fields. For a start, you don't know where you've been. I suppose I'll just have to like leave markers and sort of do a grid search, but they're just so spread out. The asteroid belts are just so much easier to find things. It's more luck than judgment, isn't it? Alright, well, let's head this way and might as well go down and have a quick skeg on the moon. So with this season, we are not allowed to leave the starting system. So we are stuck in this system, in Geektech system, with its asteroid field. Is that 2 asteroids or is that a really weird looking asteroid? I've never seen one like that before. Oh, cool. There's 9 asteroid. Let's get that marked on the map. Good. It's not the one I want, but it's a start. It's actually quite a lot of resources in the asteroid here, including cobalt and magnesium, which is unusual. I've never seen that before. Is that another one? That looks like silicon. Oh, you beauty, silicon. Desperate for silicon. Is it guarded? Again, I'm not going to get it now. I'll come back off camera and mine that. I've got my EVA boost now, so I'm good to mine in space. Should be able to withstand the cold. The radiation could be an issue because I've only got the light armor. If so, I'll have to make some of the radiation meds and just make sure I'm safe. Okay, well that's successful so far. That's 2 resource asteroids found. One of them incredibly important, silicon. So I'm really lacking that. Alright, let's turn my auto brake off so I'm not wasting fuel. Have a little look around. We still have things like the there'll be a ship graveyard somewhere, and I'd really like to find that, because that, as far as I can tell, it's a ton of ships. I'm not sure how hostile they are. If they do have turrets that fire at us, we're not allowed to touch them. If they don't, then the potential for loot and CV, well, we don't really need a CV, but potential for loot is just enormous. Got no idea where it would be though. I guess it would be outside the asteroid field. I would have thought. That's where I would put it anyway. You watch us come down straight on top of the drone base. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time scouting the moon. I just want to have a quick skeg around. Okay, so we found something already. Let's see what that is. Cobalt deposit, right off the bat. What's my range here? 400 meters. Okay. Oh, might as well. Might as well get a bit closer, aren't we? So how's my rads? 5.3. So what's my suit radiation protection then? 4 rads, okay. Wow, my oxygen's gone down really fast. I didn't even notice that. Of course, we're on hard settings, aren't we? Let's get one of those in my hotbar. Let's take a suck on some air. The ship's moving. Oh, we got through a lot of those, didn't we? Okay, so we've got cobalt deposit already. That's good news. Not really interested in the pentaxing at the moment. Where should we go? Let's head up north. See what we see. Okay, we've got something else coming in. How did I suddenly get so high? Okay, we've got a Promethean deposit. That's nice. Why are you over there on your own? Am I suddenly flying backwards or something? It's all good XP as well. Why is my ship lost? Why have I lost control? My auto brake's still off. Dope. Where's that cannon drone? I reckon he was going to replace that other one, maybe. Yeah, so I've got to be careful with radiation because I'm slightly... The radiation level's slightly more than I can actually handle in this light armor. Okay, so far we have cobalt, promethium, silicon on the way. That's good news. I'll go a touch more further and then I think I'll call it an episode there. So my intention, like I said, is to set up a moon base. There's a couple of things I need before I come up here because I think I forgot to put a ventilator in that base. So I'm going to need to build a ventilator before I come up here. Oh, I've got two things. And I'm also going to have to build some ammo for the cannon. And I'm also going to have to grab my oxygen. So I'm going to go through a lot of it. So I just need to do a few preps before I set up the base. I'd love to find some medium armor as well, because that's going to make radiation issues non-existent. Now there was something over this way, wasn't there? Okay, let's keep heading to our marker for the moment and then head back that way. So what's that iron deposit? Large. Yeah, the deposits are so much larger on the moon as well. So that's another reason why I want to get my mining ship, my mining HV up here rather than on the planet. It's just going to give me so many more resources. There's definitely something over this way. I've just got to be careful with O2 because we're going to go through that quite fast. So I'm going to have to probably set up some system on the planet for making a little bit more O2. Let's head south a bit. Here we go, there's something this way. No, this way. Make your mind up. Can't see any buildings, so there's probably another deposit. Silicon deposit, medium, yep. So we're going to be sorted for silicon, aren't we? Since that silicon deposit's unguarded, I might set up camp just near here. Yeah, we got cobalt, promethium, iron, all in the near vicinity. Good, good, good. And no hostile POIs close to us. Be nice to locate the drone base though, just so we know where it is. But yeah. Okay, well I'm probably going to call it an episode there and head back to the planet. I'm not going to get the cobalt. For anyone shouts at me saying, you've gone all this way, you found some cobalt and you're not going to get it. Like I did in my playthrough. More silicon good. This wasn't a resource mining trip. I'm not really equipped for it at the moment. It was really just a scouting trip. Just to see what we can see. And maybe scan a place for our base. There's a big crater over there. I don't want to put it in a crater because if drones attack us, we won't see them until they get over the lip of the crater. By which time it could be too late to shoot them down. Although you could set a base up right on that rise in the centre of the crater, couldn't you? That could be pretty cool, couldn't it? And with that elevation, you should be able to actually target the drones in good time. Oh, that's really tempting. I'm going to put a marker there, actually. Because I quite like the idea of that. Okay, well, I'm going to call an episode there, and I'm going to head back to the planet before I run out of oxygen completely. And yeah, not a lot happening in that episode. In the next episode, my intention will be to begin the moon base and put down our skeleton base as well, down on the planet, because I'm not going to be moon based. The moon base is purely a mining base. I'm going to come up here, I'll add a few more cargo containers to this. Well, I won't need to, I mean there'll be enough cargo containers on it already, but I'll make sure this has got enough cargo hold on it, and I'll just come to and from the moon when I need to mine resources, because it won't be very often. I'll just mine out a resource with my mining ship and mining HV, and it's pretty quick to do that. And then once that's done, just take it all back down again. As they say, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, job done. So yeah. Oh, it's so quiet in space, with your engines off, just drifting along at full speed. Cool beans. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. I say next episode we will set up those two bases. I'll get mining some proper resources, and we'll be in a very good position to finish off the base, because that skeleton base I'm putting on the planet doesn't even have any windows. It's not even secure. It's just purely a concrete building, concrete skeleton. That's it, with lift going up the center of it. Yeah. So there's still all the texturing, internal stuff to be done, windows to be added. So there's still a lot of stuff to be done on that base. Just the primary design has been completed. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Make sure you check all of the other competitors' videos out, and good luck to all of them as well so far. Hopefully nobody's been kicked out as yet. There's my stats. Level 14 now with mining those farming those golems. No deaths, 66 kills and counting. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Later.